Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, folks. Welcome to episode 5 of Ball Don't Lie. Due to technical difficulties, we did record this last week, but we are now re-recording it again. So this is, I guess, a 5.5 episode of Ball Don't Lie. If you want the truth, so I'm Jared.
I'm Starkey.
I'm like, you know what, Starkey? Let's get into it. I feel like you're a little happy this week. Got a
Just a
little
little
pep in your
bit.
step.
Just a little bit.
Do you want to show the people what you're wearing?
Absolutely, I do.
Oh, Mr. Aaron Donald, who
Mr.
should
Aaron
have
Donald
been Super Bowl MVP.
should
You want
have
mine?
been Super Bowl MVP 100%. I love Cooper Kupp, but Donald should have won MVP there.
You know, I really thought the Bengals had it. Vegas had them as a 4.5-point underdog. They moved it. It was 4 for 2 weeks. They had them as a 2-point underdog for 4 weeks. They moved it up to 4.5 Super Bowl day. Let me tell you what. Seeing Joe Burrow walk into that stadium wearing that little black suit,
The drip.
the drip, Joe Shiesty.
Joe Shiesty.
I thought they had it. I told myself, I said, they're going to win. I called my boss and my one of my coworkers and said, put all your money on the Bengals. Bengals to win. I mean, I thought I had it. Joe Burrow played an amazing game.
He did.
Can I just say the Bengals offensive line is atrocious. Joe's done enough that
Non-existent.
That defense has played well enough all offseason to get them to the Super Bowl. That offense has played receivers, tight ends. The offensive line has managed to get by. But I think Joe Burrow was sacked 12 times this offseason in 4 games. Honestly, I think it was more than that. I can't remember. I saw it. I heard somebody say the other day walking into work.
It was at least 16 between the Titans and Rams combined. I don't know about the other two, but at least 16 times.
So, honestly, I get why you took Jamar Chase. Generational talent. But I think Sunday proved to everybody that's why you take Sewell.
Oh, absolutely. 100%.
And honestly, you can argue either way. But do you think taking Sewell would have got them to the Super Bowl?
Probably not.
So what were your thoughts? How nervous were you throughout the game?
Oh, dude. Okay, so we left church and we got out of church at the end of the first quarter. So I was able to watch the last 3 quarters and halftime. I was excited going into the second quarter. Third quarter, I was feeling pretty good. And then Joe Burrow throws a 75-yard bomb that should not have counted.
Granted, yes. I was very shocked the refs let them play that day. I was 100% shocked. Granted that play probably shouldn't have happened. I was happy for it. The over, that helped the over on T. Higgins, baby. Let's go. Just pulled the stat up. Joe Burrow was sacked 19 times in 4 games.
Ooh, not great.
So I think it's fair to say we know what the main issue will be this offseason for the Bengals.
Oh, 100%.
Fix that offensive line. And luckily, they're all young. Granted, the AFC is going to be it's a tougher gauntlet to get through. Because you got Chiefs.
Chargers.
Well, the Chargers didn't make it this year. So you can't really, but they're you can't sleep on though.
They're still on the up and coming.
They are. Chargers, Bills, Patriots made the playoffs. The Raiders don't really know with them, but hey, with Derek Carr there, I still got faith in them.
Yeah.
The next one is Baltimore. Lamar missed a bunch of games this year. Pittsburgh, who knows what can happen, especially when Aaron Rodgers signs with them this offseason.
Ooh, bold take.
But honestly, when
RIP Aaron and Shailene.
But watching the first couple plays, I said, "Oh my gosh, this is going to be a blowout." Just seeing how well Odell was, they took Cooper Kupp out of the first half.
Yeah.
And then you're like, okay, well, if Odell's going to beat us, Odell's going to beat us. And you had Mr. Bust, Eli Apple, hours before the game said, I told the coaches, put me on Odell. Bold take.
Not smart.
That man is getting roasted left and right to this day with memes. But
no offense, but when they showed him on screen, my wife looked at me and said, "Is his name really Apple?" And I said, "Yeah, but he plays more like an Android."
I'm a team Android, baby. But I'm happy for Matt Stafford. I really wanted it for Joe Burrow, but in all honesty, I'm really happy Matt Stafford finally got a ring. He deserved it. Andrew Whitworth deserved it. Von Miller got another one. Woo.
Yeah.
And a shout out to former Memphis State player, not Memphis State, and former University of South Panola star, Darrell Henderson Jr.
Darrell Henderson, who not only, I want to say he led the team in rushing, he was incredible catching the ball out of the backfield.
Oh, he was 100%. Shocked me.
Instrumental.
Because I told people at work, if you're betting, don't take any Ram running backs.
No.
Sean McVay is a guy that literally says we're going to do it by whoever's got the hot hand. Cam Akers was the runner. Henderson was the receiver that game.
Yes.
It just still proved me. I really thought the Bengals were going to go down there, and we were going to go to overtime for the second time in Super Bowl history. Let Evan McPherson kick it in, takes in the game to overtime. I don't know why you didn't have Joe Mixon in the game. Your star running back. Why did you have Samaje Perine in the game when you were trying to make a run to score the game-winning touchdown or try to kick a field goal to send the game overtime? Why do you have your second, third string running back in there?
Right.
When you don't have your 6'2", 225-pound running back in, who actually was running the ball, which shocked me how great he was running the ball against the Rams that day. But then you got Aaron Donald just literally throwing the man back there. And how about Mr. Robinson? A'Shawn Robinson from Alabama, finally showing us he was the guy that the Lions took in 33rd overall in the second round years ago.
Yeah.
How about that?
Barely missed being out on a first round pick.
Finally showed us, hey man, I'm still a monster like I was in college.
Right.
But Jalen Ramsey did not have his day. I kind of knew he was going to get burnt. He did get burnt a lot.
He did.
I thought it was going to be Mr. Jamar Chase burning him, but instead it was Mr. T. Higgins.
Yeah. Yeah.
But, I'm happy for y'all. How about Eric Weddle, by the way?
Oh, yeah. Can we just talk about my man for a second? He comes
torn labrum.
He comes in off the couch, being on the couch for 2 years, plays in 4 games, and wins a Super Bowl. That shows you how bad the Rams are at safety. We had to call Eric Weddle off the couch after 2 years to come play safety for LA again.
So that game, sorry, I just looked it up. Joe Mixon had 72 yards, was averaging 5 yards a carry. Why? That just makes more sense of why you didn't have your guy in there.
Right.
But did you see the pictures of Jamar Chase wide open downfield?
I did not. No.
So that fourth down play where they did that little trying to get Samaje Perine open in the flats.
Mm-hmm.
Jamar Chase was open 30 yards down the field, wide open. But like we said earlier, that offensive line, It
Which
was
Chiefs?
only. It was only. I mean, I think everybody in the country knew it was only a matter of time until that offensive line gave out.
Oh yeah,
And Aaron Donald, who honestly, in my still view, I still think he deserved MVP in the Super Bowl.
I agree.
But Cooper
And
Kupp,
we're not the only ones. There were a couple guys nationally who also said that they thought AD should have been MVP.
Cooper Kupp came alive the second half with Odell down. Odell killed it. Hurt me a little with him only getting 52 yards. I was hoping he'd get 64. He was on pace to get 100 something.
Yeah.
He was burning them left and right, then tore his ACL. Odell will be back. I know he's been saying he wants to run it back in LA, which it's going to be tough because I know Aaron Donald said he's rumors before the game, or if they won, he was going to retire. Andrew Whitworth, I'm pretty sure he's going to retire.
Yeah, Whitworth is done. AD said today that he's going to run it back.
It's going to be difficult to see how y'all can afford everybody to come back.
Yeah.
There's going to be a lot of salary negotiations. Halftime show. I was singing along to all the songs.
I was singing along to the ones that I knew for sure. And by that, I mean primarily Lose Yourself. But I enjoyed it.
You didn't know Snoop and Dre, Still Dre?
Well, I was watching with Ashton, and we couldn't really hear a whole lot of it. But what we
I
could hear,
had that up, man. I was singing, reliving the old days, baby. I was shocked 50 Cent was the special guest.
Yeah, I was half expecting
Ice Cube.
Cube.
I was hoping it was. Let's get a little Straight Outta Compton going or something.
I was half expecting it to be Cube. I'm not gonna lie to you.
But hey, 50. I wish people would get off him. The fat joke's got to stop, guys.
Yeah.
Like people were saying, he's no longer 50 cents; he's $1. And how about just to show a generation how they don't know music? So Bleacher Report people were talking about it. Somebody literally people were saying, why 50 upside down? Oh, have y'all never seen Into Club's music video? My gosh, people, get cultured. It's not that hard.
Although I will say this, I don't think I've ever seen a halftime show divide people the way this one did. Usually everyone's like, oh, it was really good, or it wasn't that great. This one, I believe it was split straight down the middle on a 100% cultural generation divide.
Oh, 100%. I thought it was good. I think it could have been a little better here and there. I like Kendrick Lamar. I didn't like Kendrick's thing.
Yeah, Kendrick. I think Kendrick was one of the forgotten aspects of that show. But shout out to Anderson .Paak though for showing up too. That was a cool to see.
I thought Eminem was going to do at least 2 songs for us. He only hit us with 1.
Yeah.
I was hoping he would have come out. I think everybody knew he was going to do Lose Yourself.
Mm-hmm.
I predicted it. I think you did as well. Yeah. I was hoping he would have hit us with The Real Slim Shady.
Mm-hmm.
Or come out or saying, I Need a Doctor, which features him and Dr. Dre. And Forget About Dre. Just to see, because remember, I don't know how you are on the Eminem history. Dr. Dre took a chance on Eminem. Dr. Dre took a chance on Eminem back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
And said, oh, that white boy, he's good. And look where he got him. Marshall Mathers is now Eminem. It's not the best Super Bowl halftime, but I thought it was way better than J-Lo. I was not a big fan of last year's.
Yeah, no, I wasn't either.
And I think everybody can agree. I like the Maroon 5 one.
The Maroon 5 one was good. Yeah, that one was memorable for sure.
My favorite one, Bruno Mars.
Bruno was good. I
didn't like
one of my favorites.
Coldplay was probably my least favorite.
Yeah. Well, I don't like Coldplay anyway.
Coldplay and and last year's J Lo. I don't know many J Lo songs besides "Hips Don't Lie."
One of my favorite ones, weirdly enough, was the Lady Gaga halftime show.
That was a good one as well.
He
Katy
killed that
Perry
one.
was pretty good too.
Katy
I
Perry
know
crushed
every
it.
Ole Miss fan. Oh my gosh, there's the land shark. No, guys, it was not a land shark. Keep thinking that, please. But Lady Gaga was good because she threw SpongeBob in there. But it was a good halftime show. Is it top 10? I don't really know.
Yeah.
I put it at 8.
Okay. Solid.
You know, everyone's going to put Prince as their number 1. Prince is my
Naturally.
number 3.
Ooh.
I'm still rocking with Bruno as number 1.
Okay.
Bruno killed it. Him and the Red Hot Chili Peppers killed it. Let's jump to the next one. Super Bowl commercials.
Or lack thereof.
Did you happen to catch a theme this year?
Yes. Everyone is pushing crypto.
Get in it, folks. You heard it here first. Get in it while it's super low. Get in it. So all I'm going to say is get in it. It's the future of currency for the world. I mean, I think people said Bitcoin was a joke years ago, and it's trading for at one point $72,000. Just saying, get in it. Buy a little Doge, buy a little Shiba Inu, a little Ethereum, buy something. You know, Budweiser used to be one of the best ones. Budweiser, Bud Light.
Mm-hmm. The classic Clydesdales.
Clydesdale wasn't that great this year.
Mm-hmm.
Doritos is getting Dorito. You're good for a Doritos one here or there.
Yeah.
My
favorite one. We're talking off air. My favorite one this year, and none of them were super great, was probably the Toyota commercials, because they had the Keeping Up with the Joneses. You had Tommy Lee Jones, Rashida Jones, and Leslie Jones, and then all of a sudden at the end, you had Nick Jonas coming out of nowhere.
That was a good one. I think my favorite one was, I don't remember whose it was, but it was the NFL players coming out the TV.
Yeah, that one was a good. That one was fun. That one was creative.
I mean, other than that, like Skittles didn't have one this year, and Skittles always has one.
Mm-hmm.
M&M's used to push them left and right. M&M's didn't.
Yeah.
Have it. It's just getting so expensive.
Yeah.
$3 million for 30 seconds.
And that's up from 2.5 a few years ago.
Mm-hmm. That was always my favorite day in college, was the Monday after the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Being a journalism major, that's all we did the next day was watch Super Bowl videos in every class, discuss who they were trying to target, stuff like that. So for 50 minutes for about 3 hours a day, every Monday, and all 3 or 4 of my classes was Super Bowl commercials discussing.
Yeah.
Best thing ever. So Bengals back next year?
I think so. I don't know about all the way, but they'll definitely be back. They have a lot of draft picks. They have a ton of salary cap too.
I was reading. It wasn't a credible site, but the Bills are actually the favorite.
Really?
Bills were one of the favorites to make the Super Bowl next year. Because Kansas City, they're losing. I don't know if you look, half their offenses free agents.
Yeah.
Granted, Patrick Mahomes can make anybody a good receiver.
Yeah.
The Rams, you don't know what's going to happen there. Tom Brady's gone for now. You don't know where Rodgers is going. The Cowboys, who knows with us. Rams, who knows if y'all can afford everybody to come back.
Yeah, probably not.
Y'all did prove that, hey, sell out for 1 year. Look what can happen.
Yeah.
It paid off for y'all.
Sometimes the all-in approach pays off, but that doesn't happen very often.
No. Let's talk about the next one. Next subject tonight. Memphis Grizzlies.
Let's do it.
6-game winning streak. I'm telling you, man, this Grizzlies team. So with a win tonight, we tie Vegas's projection for us for the year. Or I'm sorry, we break it. Vegas had us as 41.5 this year to finish for the season. Right now, one game before All-Star break, we are 41-18. We're 7 games out of first place.
Game and a half out of second.
Game and a half out of second. Luckily, we have a 4-game lead over the 4th place Jazz.
Yeah.
Which I kind of wouldn't mind being the 4 seed. I don't know. So the playoffs ended today. It's Phoenix 1, Golden State 2, Memphis 3, Utah 4, Dallas 5, Nuggets 6. And that all, so those 6 teams are all above 500. I'm sorry, 7 teams. How about Minnesota? It's a 7 seed. They are 31-27. So right here at the 8th seed, that's when they start getting below 500. You got Clippers. They're just trying to make it for. I think honestly, they're playing for next year.
Oh yeah.
I mean, they made it. They made a couple trade deadline, but you're literally just next. You're like, okay, next year's our year. We got PG back and a Kawhi, hopefully. Who you never know with Kawhi.
Yeah. Very true.
And then you got the Lakers, who are a dumpster fire right now.
Yeah.
So rumor had it that the Rockets actually called LA try to get Russell Westbrook. Because rumor was the Lakers were trying to get John Wall. So apparently it was going to happen, except the Lakers wanted a 1st-round draft pick for John Wall and for the Russell John Wall. They wanted Russell Westbrook and a 1st-round draft pick for them to give up John Wall. Lakers said no. John Wall has played in 0 games this year. I think he'll probably start suiting up now. There's no way, because we're about to enter buyout time for the NBA.
Yeah.
There's no way you can buy him out right now.
No.
Contract. He's making, I think, 18-19 million a year.
Yeah.
There's no way they can buy him out. You got Trailblazers who blew up the Dame CJ. Shocked me. Anthony Simmons keeps winning. Holy cow. They keep winning.
I know.
And then you got New Orleans, Spurs, and Kings are all trying to fight for that 9-10 seed. Will be interesting who gets in. The bottom, I don't know who's going to get in really. But the Grizzlies, holy cow. And remember, we have the easiest remaining schedule at all NBA teams based off current team winning percentage.
Yeah.
So tonight we're playing the
Portland Trailblazers
trap game. What's tomorrow? Tomorrow starts NBA All-Star weekend, pretty much.
Yes.
So a bunch of players will be going out of town, going on cruises for a week, going vacations, resting.
Shout out Cancun.
Get out of here with that. So a lot of players are going to have their minds on that just to see. It's a trap game. The day your last 2 or 3 games before All-Star game is always a trap game because you got players whose minds aren't there. I mean, so we beat since the last show, or last time we talked, we blew out the Magic. John Morant did another poster. Blew out the Clippers by almost 30 points. Great win. Won by 26. Blew out you blew out the Pistons again. Almost again, another 30-point win. Love it. And then honestly, I thought we had the Hornets won. We had that game. And then Ja goes down. Once again, the city of Memphis holds their breath. Everybody, I think, said a little quick prayer. Please don't be an ACL. Please don't be anything serious. Don't be an Achilles. Don't be a broken ankle. Don't be a sprained ankle. Because I want Ja playing on Sunday.
Absolutely. When Ja went down, Twitter was absolutely blowing up.
And then I was
is he okay? Is he not? Yeah, but he's all good.
I was checking it nonstop, and then you see the Grizzlies. We start blowing that 24-point lead, and next thing you know, I see John Morant put his hair in the ponytail. And I said, okay, we back. Squeak out a 7-point win against the Hornets. Great win there. Ja, Jaren becoming a duo. Desmond's feeling it lights out. But man, we gotta find. What I've noticed is, I was kind of hoping we would maybe have made a move at trade deadline. I was against this trading, but if we were going to trade, we really did need a stretch four.
Yeah.
Because right now on the team, we don't have a backup stretch four. Knock on wood, Jaren has been healthy all year. For the first time in his NBA career, he's been healthy all year. But when Jaren's not on the court, we don't have anybody who can stretch the floor on that second unit.
No.
Tillman maybe, but Tillman's out of the rotation right now.
Yeah, he hasn't played in months, it feels like.
Well, right now he's hurt, I think, with a left I think it's right foot soreness. Or no, right quad. He hurt his quad during layup lines one day. But and then we beat the Pelicans last night, which always scares me playing in New Orleans. For some reason, we always struggle there. But it's funny to see we don't have this. We don't really have that star play, like star lineup, as everyone thinks that's like a 3 seed would. We don't have multiple all-stars. We should have this year, but we didn't. We'll get into that in a second, but we will need a backup. And Ja got hurt. Ja did not play last night. From what I read and was told, they were letting Ja decide maybe he can play one of the 2 games this week, not both. Because the Grizzlies, like us, they want to see him play on Sunday, an all-star game.
And he did go tonight.
I'm going to talk about this in a second. I got a beef with the NBA store, a major beef with them.
Do tell.
But Tyus Jones killed it last night. Tied his career high with 27. Love to see it, but you hate to see it at the same time. Because what is going to happen this summer come July? Sadly, somebody's going to back the Brinks truck up to his house.
Yep.
And
I believe it was Kendrick Perkins was talking about it today. It was either KP or someone else saying that, and what we've said before, Tyus, there are multiple teams that Tyus could start on.
Oh, 100%.
And he's our backup point guard.
Up till this year, he hasn't proven that really consistently. This year, it's finally clicked for him. I love it. I loved him coming out of Duke. Remember, he was the most outstanding player when Duke won the national title in 2015.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he hasn't put up great numbers his career. He was at the end of the bench. He was technically, I guess, the 3rd string point guard for his entire career in Minnesota. But up till this year, he's been a backup. And now you see, okay, could it be that Corey Joseph effect? Corey Joseph had a great career with San Antonio for 1 year. And guess what he did? He got the bag from Toronto. Hasn't done anything since. 6 years in the NBA. His career average is 5.7 points a game. This year, Tyus is actually averaging 8.2 points a game. Still leading the league in assists per turnover ratio. Love to see that.
Yeah. I
think the Grizzlies will break the Grizzlies' all-time winning season record this year. We have the thing. The only thing that worries me is the last 4. I was talking to a guy at work today. He asked me, the Grizzlies have a shot. I said, 100% have a shot. They do. They will break the all-time win record this year. Because look at the next couple games after All-Star Weekend. Next game's not to the 24th. That's great. 8 days. Love it. You got Minnesota. Minnesota's always, I don't know why, they're a tough team for the Grizzlies. Then we got, so it goes Minnesota, Chicago, Spurs, Celtics, Orlando, Houston, New Orleans, Knicks, who are, I don't know what's going on with New York right now.
Neither do they.
OKC, Indiana, Atlanta, Houston again, Brooklyn. You don't know if Kyrie's gonna be playing or not. Well, they'll have Ben Simmons, but
Ben 10.
Indiana again, Milwaukee,
Golden State.
Golden State, San Antonio, and Phoenix, and then you're going to end the season against the Celtics again. It's going to be a tough stretch.
Yeah.
It's the easiest winning percentage of all NBA teams left, but it's going to be tough. I think we got it. I think we will finish as the 3 seed. I don't think we'll make the 2.
I'm content with the 3.
Draymond will be coming back soon. That's what just worries me.
Yeah.
100%.
100%.
Let's jump into this weekend. It's my favorite sport weekend of the year. NFL drafts up there, March Madness. I love All-Star Weekend. I would say, you know what? I'm going to opening week of March Madness is my number 1. NBA All-Star Weekend is 2. NFL Draft 3. Thoughts?
I like it. Yeah.
Do you agree with that, or would you?
Oh, okay. I would switch it up a little bit. I would wait for the NFL draft. Like it is a party at our house. Like we watch it, we get the pizza, we stream it. My wife gets involved with it. It is an event at our house.
I like it, but it takes so long.
It does.
And now that it's on a Thursday night, it doesn't end until 10 o'clock. I just want to go to bed. And now that my team's apparently decent again, I gotta wait till like 9 o'clock. So we had the All-Star drafts. KD is drafting like Chris Wallace.
Ooh.
That's my stamp. He's right now. You can bet on FanDuel right now. We are not sponsored by FanDuel. Maybe in the future we will be. But Team KD has opened up as a 6-point underdog. The over-under is 319 points scored in the game. Honestly, take the over, folks. It's an all-star game. No defense will be played till the fourth quarter.
Can we run down the teams real quick?
I don't see why we wouldn't. Give me 1 sec. My tablet is frozen.
I've got him up right here.
Hit me with it. Let's go.
All right. Team Durant. We have Joel Embiid, John Morant, Jason Tatum, Andrew Wiggins, and Trae Young as starters. And then on the bench, we've got LaMelo, Devin Booker, Rudy Gobert, Draymond, but he's not hurt. He's not playing. Zach LaVine, Chris Middleton, DeJounte Murray, and Karl Anthony Towns on Team KD. Team LeBron. We've got Giannis, Steph Curry, DeMar DeRozan, the Joker, Jimmy Butler, Luka, Darius Garland, James Harden, Donovan Mitchell, CP3, and Fred VanVleet.
Can I just say how funny it is that James Harden went last? And what's even more funny is that the guys on NBA TNT were making so many jokes when KD was picking.
Oh yeah.
So LeBron had let's break it down a little pick by pick. So LeBron had the first pick. Great pick in Yanni.
And Giannis.
He maybe could have gone Embiid, but of course, I'm not going to fault him for going Yanni. You can't. KD backed it up with going Joel. Great pick there. LeBron, it was either Steph or Ja. And of course, you're going to take
Steph.
Oh, 100%. And then Ja, somebody had to get left with Andrew Wiggins, and unfortunately, and remember they bumped up Jason Tatum.
They did.
When it comes to the backups, that's where it got terrible.
Yeah.
How do you? I don't know, man. It's just, of course, he was. I still am shocked. Chris Paul's a starting NBA All-Star. He's averaging 15 points a game. I get it, he's averaging double-double, but still.
Yeah.
Starting lineup based wise, Team LeBron's got him beat. I think maybe they have Team Durant's got the better bench. but I'm still rocking Team. Unfortunately, I'm gonna go Team LeBron to win. I don't know. Maybe Josh. Josh gonna put on a show.
Oh yeah,
So right
Ja, Ja
now,
was born for this.
who are you going for to get in All-Star Game MVP?
Ooh, not giving thought to that.
I am gonna
Uh,
go ahead and say it's gonna come down to Ja. And I'm looking at it right now. I'm gonna go Ja, Yanni. I'm doing do four. Ja,
okay,
Yanni, DeMar.
okay,
And I'm gonna go Zach Levine.
okay.
Just
I'll
because
give
if,
you.
if you look at it, just because Durant's not playing, so he's obviously out. LeBron,
Yeah,
I don't want LeBron to win it. I can't stand the guy. Who you got?
I'll give you three.
Okay, give me three.
Ja, and two of them are yours. Ja or Giannis.
Here we go. I know where you're going. You love this guy. You're going Andrew Wiggins, aren't you?
No, I'm not gonna
For
go.
some
With
reason, you love Wiggins.
no, 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 no,
He
no,
should
no,
not have been a starter.
no. I'm not gonna go Wiggins. I'm gonna go Booker.
Mr. Kardashian.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Mr. Jenner.
Okay, that's bold. I like it. Oh yeah. So Jarrett Allen did replace uh James Harden in the All-Star game. So we do have another big that got in there. Was still hoping Rudy Gobert would have backed out. I know the Jazz were wanting him to, but Rudy decided not to, so he's going to play. We'll see how much. I think Jaron would have put on a show, but
Yeah,
man, it's gonna be a good game. So let's break it down a little bit more. Then we have the Friday night. So let me read to you. So they changed up the Rising Star game. Did you know that?
yes, I did.
It's a 14 tournament. Let me read the teams off to you, okay?
Go for it.
Who you going with?
Go
You
for
got
it.
Team Rick Barry, Cade Cunningham, and beside they have rookies and sophomores, and they have 4 NBA G League prospects from the Overtime Elite team or the G League Ignite team. Sorry, you got Cade Cunningham, Dyson Daniels, Evan Mobley, Isaac Okoro, sorry, Alperen Seguin from Houston. I butchered the name, I'm sorry. Jayshawn Tate, your boy Franz Wagner. I'm sorry, Wagner. I'm not German, I'm sorry. That's a good team there. You got team Gary the Glove Payton. You got LaMelo, Scotty Barnes, Ayo, the Sunano, Chris Dirt. I think Dirt's not going to play. I know he's out tonight for the Pacers.
Duarte, yeah.
I don't think he's going to play. Scoot Henderson, great name. Jaden McDaniels and Davion Mitchell. Team Isaiah. I'm going to let you know now. I'm going Team Isaiah to win. Just because you got Precious Achua, Desmond Bain, Sadiq Bey, Anthony Edwards, Tyrese Halliburton, Jaden Hardy, and Isaiah Stewart. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You got 6 starters on that team.
Side note, yeah, 100%. Side note, can we just take a second to laugh at the fact? I know it's obviously outdated, but the fact that Sacramento is still by Tyrese Halliburton's name.
You still what?
Though what I'm looking at right now, it still has Tyrese Halliburton, Sacramento.
Well, that was before the trade.
Well, yeah.
All right,
Yeah,
that great trade. Hey, what's so far working out for them? They're 1-1 since the trade, but then you got Team James Worthy. All right, we know it's gonna come in last place with this team.
Yeah.
We have found the last place team. Cole Anthony, Marjan Beauchamp. Did your parents watch Dragon Ball Z? Marjan Buu, maybe? I don't know. I shouldn't judge. Apparently Mr. Grizzly, Josh Giddey.
who is making a name for himself,
Represent the
Could-
culture.
could very well shock some people and get a couple Rookie of the Year votes. I'm just saying.
Jalen
not winning.
Green, 100%. I think he's in the running. It's Mobley's to lose right now, but Giddy's right now is my second guy. Jalen Green, Herbert Jones, Tyrese Maxey, who's shocking everybody
Yeah.
because that's what Brooklyn wanted in the trade mainly was Tyrese Maxey, and
Mhm.
they said no.
Yeah.
And Jalen Suggs. Right now, you got Team Isaiah Thomas versus James Worthy in the first round, and Team Barry versus Team Peyton. I'm rocking with Team Isaiah Thomas.
Yeah. I mean, I don't see how IT's team loses that tournament right now.
Oh, 100%.
So
Skills challenge. It's gonna be a good one this year. So skill challenge, they changed it up this year. Remember how it was originally guards, and then they added big men to it. This year they're doing three team. They're doing 3 teams. It's Team Rooks. They're doing Scotty Barnes, Cades, Josh Giddey, Team Cavs, Jared Allen, Darius Garland, Evan Mobley, and then you got Team Antetokounmpos. I'm going Team Rooks to win.
okay, all right.
Well, because remember, you got to shoot threes in this. You have to shoot at least 2, 3. You have to shoot a 3-pointer to win.
That's true. That is very true.
And right now, Jared Allen can't shoot. Darius Garland and Team Mobley can shoot, but I don't really trust Jared Allen passing. And the Antetokounmpos, we all know none of them can shoot. So I'm going them. 3-point shootouts was at one point, I guess you could say, one of the boring competitions to watch. Also all weekend. Now it's become the crowd favorite now. Due to Steph Curry. Crowd lineup. Their lineup for it is CJ McCollum, Trae Young, Zach LaVine, Desmond Bane, second Grizzly in it. Mike was the first. We're not counting the Vancouver Grizzlies. We're counting Memphis Grizzlies. Karl Anthony Towns is the only big man in there. Kind of shocking. There's only one in there. Fred VanVleet, Luke Kennard, Patty Pump. Right now, I think it's going to come down to my 3 guys. I love Zach LaVine. Don't know why, I just love the guy. Zach LaVine, Desmond Bane, and I'm going to go for the culture, Luke Kennard.
Okay.
Right now,
Bane,
Mr.
Savannah Grizzly.
I think Bane will come alive. If Bane can somehow figure out how to do his pump fake and still finish his racks in time, I think Bane could win it.
All Desmond needs is someone to just jump in front of him. Because if he could just do flybys, he wouldn't miss.
My guy that I think everyone's sleeping on is Mr. Fred VanVleet.
VanVleet. All right.
Right now, Trae Young opened up as the favorite per FanDuel Sports. LaVine, Bane, and Luke Kennard are all tied for third. CJ McCollum is second right now. Patty Mills is actually fourth. Karl Anthony Towns plus 1,200 to win it. He could shock everybody. Now, Cat's been shooting lights out this year. Slam dunk contest. Who knows if this will be good?
Yeah.
Once again, we don't have a big name player in this.
Right. And that's if the NBA wants the slam dunk contest to come back to prominence like it used to be, they're going to have to do something to entice big name players to be in this.
Well, remember LeBron said years ago he'll be in it. LeBron is in the year.
Never done it.
Josh
said that he'll only do it if Josh said he'll be in the slam dunk contest on 2 conditions. Zion's in it, and they pay him $1 million.
Oh, I don't think Zion will be playing this year. I don't know if you saw
No.
Bleacher Report broke today that Zion may require another surgery on his foot.
Yeah.
Not good for that guy. Really not
Mm.
good.
No.
I think his body is giving out. His lower body's giving out. You hate to see it though. Talent was there. I remember still seeing. I was watching somebody's video last night on YouTube about redrafting the top number 1 picks in the draft. They did the 2019 draft. The guy Andy Hoops is the guy. I like him. He said I would still take Zion just because the talent is there.
Yeah.
But-
I mean, and I mean, coming out of Duke, he was as close to a can't miss as you could get.
Well, he's also unguardable.
Yeah, when he's actually healthy and on the floor, he's insane.
Because you got to think forever, it was always no one can guard LeBron.
Right.
Back when he was playing for the Heat, he was tough as nails. Zion is stronger than him now.
Yeah.
And he plays below the rim. He's stretched the floor a little, but I hate to see it. I know mainly I think they're holding out just to try to get out of New Orleans, but second surgery, definitely not good.
Yeah.
Not good though. Back to the slam dunk contest though. Cole Anthony from Orlando, Juan Toscano Anderson played in the Mexico League for a little bit. Obi Toppin, bust, and Jalen Green. I see. You know, I can't really say he's a bust because I knew kind of coming out of college from Dayton what he was.
Mhm. Yeah.
And it's sad because like we never really got to see what he would do against big schools because of COVID that year.
Right.
His last season at Dayton was the 2019-20 season. COVID that year, right before March Madness. COVID-19 broke out. I think my favorite will be Cole Anthony.
It's a good pick. Something earlier, I don't know. Don't know who I'm going to go with yet, officially. Something earlier was telling me Obi Toppin. But
Right now, Jalen Green's opened as the favorite. Obi Toppin second, Cole Anthony's third, and Juan Toscano is fourth. So FanDuel Vegas likes Jalen Green. And luckily, all of them are around the same height, 6'3". I think Cole Anthony is the smallest, and Obi Toppin's the tallest. So it should be a good one.
yeah.
I think they're going back to the original format of what it should be, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Next segment. Go Tigers, go. Go on to victory. Be a winner through and through. You know, we keep saying this. I hope season was dead a month ago. Correct?
Absolutely.
Abysmal back then, a month ago. I did not see a month ago. You just got blown out. So let's recap. January was a terrible month for Memphis basketball.
Yes.
You barely beat Tulsa. You beat Cincinnati. You lose to UCF. You lose on a buzzer beater to East Carolina. SMU manhandles you. You barely beat Tulsa. So would you say but since then, but since February, you blew out UCF. Shocked me. You blew out Tulane in the membrane. And for the first time since 2005, Memphis got a top 10 road win. Since 2005. Granted, during the Calipari years, Memphis was playing a lot of big teams at home.
Yeah.
Or neutral sites. So, but just when we think they're dead. So, do you want to say you give the credit to Calkins for his comment to Penny Hardaway, asking him if he's the right man for the job? Or would you say a lot of this still has to do with Amani Bates not playing?
I'm going to give a cop-out answer. I'm going to say a little bit of both. Slight edge to Amani.
Okay.
And
I
here's
agree with
why.
you.
Do what?
I said I agree with you a little.
So I think the whole Calkins controversy, I think that woke Penny up a little bit. I think that got Penny's attention. But Amani being out made Penny's decision making a whole lot easier because he had to shorten the rotation. He didn't have this former, 15-year-old KD coming in trying to, worry about how he's going to make him and more importantly his dad happy. How is he going to get Amani minutes? I think it's one of those things that it just kind of worked itself out.
I agree. I honestly would say it's 100% Amani not being there. Reason why the veteran players did not like Amani that much. I think they're cool with Jalen now, but for a while it was they didn't like Amani, they didn't like Jalen. Amani also, the talent's there. Do I think kind of watching him now, he's the next KD? Not really. But you also have to take an effect. He's supposed to be a junior in high school.
Yeah.
He graduated 2 years early.
He just now turned 18.
I think it's not 19. Is he?
No, yeah, he's supposed to be a senior this year.
I thought it was. Oh, he reclassified.
Yeah, he reclassified. He's supposed to be a senior this year.
Well, I know he just
turned 18.
He still has one more year left before he has to go to the NBA.
Yeah.
He does not stay at Memphis next year.
No, he's gone.
So from a couple weeks ago, last week he was at the games. They said they announced early last week, he was returning to the team. When they said that, I was like, oh, he's going to play? Apparently, he was sitting off of kind of the tunnel, just watching over his team, being like that proud papa.
Yeah.
Did he live up to the hype? No. Were there flashes? Yes. He's got to hit the gym. And honestly, he's got to get away from his parents.
Yeah.
They treated this like a Tyreek Evans thing. Business decision. I get that 100%. You could tell he couldn't really, he was used to kind of overpowering people, whether it be with his speed, strength. He was always the better player in the court, and now he wasn't, and you could kind of see that. You hate to see that for a kid. I think he will be gone next year. A lot of draft guys and GMs say he needs to stay at Memphis. Him leaving Memphis is going to hurt his draft stock.
Oh, I fully agree with that. I think for him, the best thing that he can do would be to stay at Memphis for his draft stock, but I don't see it happen.
I mean, there's someone who's always taking a chance on him. He will get drafted. Will it be top 10? I don't know. First round, 100%.
Yeah.
Lottery?
Maybe not lottery.
If he's lottery, he's a late lottery.
Yeah.
But just kind of what I saw this year, he's not a top 5 pick, not a top 10 pick. And he's definitely not the top pick overall.
Mm-hmm. No.
Josh Minott.
Josh Minott, baby.
Minott, my bad. Where have you been?
Future Memphis Grizzly Josh Minott.
Yes, you really want him. He's gone. But it's just nice to see this team gelling. I still don't like Lomax getting 33 minutes a game.
I have to eat a little bit of crow here, if I can, for just a second.
Eat some crow.
Alex Lomax has shocked the mess out of me lately.
I don't think he should be getting his minutes still. I mean, if you look at it, Tyler Harris should be getting more minutes.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, I'm fully on the Tyler Harris train, 100%.
Probably what you're about to say next is Lomax is playing he's playing out of his mind, which is not a lot, but he's still playing great.
There was a point in time, and a lot of the guys who are way smarter than I am are talking about it. You look at the end of last season. Memphis was playing their best ball of the whole season when Lomax was not on the court. There were stretches this season before the 6-game win streak they were playing their best ball of the season with Lomax off the court.
Oh, holy cow! Yes.
This, I think it was the last game he averaged something like he had like six assists and no turnovers.
Last time against Cincinnati, it was 33 minutes, 3 rebounds, 9 assists, 5 points. But he did have 0 turnovers. Houston, he had 6. That was a 6 assist game. But here's the thing, though. This Memphis team is clicking on all cylinders now.
Oh, at 100%.
Right now, I think every major college basketball site that does bracketology has them now in as their Final Four.
Yes.
The last 4 in. It's not going to the final. Maybe. You never know. If they get in the way they're playing right now, and remember, every year, unless it's like that Kentucky team or that Duke team that was star-studded with loaded down with freshmen, it's always a veteran team that wins.
Yep.
Just saying. This is predominantly veteran-led. They play defense. They're making their threes now. Just saying.
It could happen.
It could happen. But you got to get in first. And you have 5 games left to get in. You got Sunday at SMU. You lost to them by 8 points the last game. Or you were overpowered in that game. Go to SMU on the road. Tough environment. George H.W. Bush will be there probably. He loves the Mustangs. Then you get Temple. That should be a good win there. Wichita State should be a win. And then you play South Florida. Should be a win. So hypothetically, you should be either 4-0 or 3-1 going into senior night
against Houston.
There's no doubt in my mind. You should be 3. You should be 4-0.
Yeah.
And right now, if Memphis wins out, I think they will be the number 1 seed in the conference tournament.
Yeah.
And remember, what was everyone saying before the season? Memphis should run the table and be undefeated.
Yep.
And get the number 1 seed. Months ago, we didn't think December, January, no one in Memphis thought this was possible.
No, a lot of people were saying maybe the 5-6 seed.
People were saying we should fire Penny. I was one of them, maybe saying we should fire Anthony Hardaway.
I was on that train as well.
But
again, more Crow.
He's coaching. He has great. His assistants are buying. The players are buying in. You see the team gelling. It's fun to watch them. Honestly, you could go 5-0. You go 5-0, you get that 1 seed.
Yeah. 5-0 would be incredible.
You go 5-0. If you go 5-0, I think that automatically locks Memphis in the dance.
Yeah.
Because if you go 5-0, that puts you at 20-8.
Yeah.
20-8. That's great. Memphis' one issue this year is they are terrible away. On the road, they are terrible. They are 4-5 this year on the road. So luckily, you play. How many games is it? 1 sec. You play 3 out of the 5 at home, so you have that going for you.
Yeah. So hopefully, there's at least 3 right there, 3 dubs right there. I think
Memphis will get in. And March Madness is coming up. Memphis, I think, will be dancing this year. Penny gets the monkey off his back. Will they go far? Don't know. It just depends on where they get the seed. Because remember that 2014 season.
Yeah.
The DJ Steffens last year, when he played Michigan State. That was just terrible.
Yeah.
It was 2013. I'm sorry. 2013 year. But you got demolished by Michigan State. The next year, that Memphis team where you tried to run the 4 guardsmen that year with Pastner. That team, you could have made a run. You were deep. You were deep. You had the leadership. You had the scoring, but you got the worst matchup possible. You got a half-court team who excelled at half-court basketball in Virginia, and you got destroyed.
You got
Honestly,
wrecked.
if Memphis gets in and it lines up correctly, I think Memphis could make a decent run. They could be a weekend 2 team.
Yeah.
Will they go all the way? I don't know, but we'll see.
And coming into the season, that's what everyone was saying. The expectation was if it wasn't Final Four, everyone was saying at the very least they're a second weekend team.
Oh, you're 100% a second weekend team. Honestly, everyone was saying this team was but with everyone's predictions, they were saying this team was a national championship team. You had 2 guys who were locked in going top 10s in their drafts.
Yeah.
Jalen Duren. Honestly, some people had them both going top 5 in 2022,
Yeah.
2023. So it was there. That the talent was there, the hype was there. I think it was a little too much for Penny at first, but like Penny says, he wants the smoke. So NFL's sadly over, Starkey. NFL draft, your favorite time.
It is.
NFL Combine's coming up. Jacksonville, we know the order. Jacksonville has the first pick. What do you do there? I don't know. I think Jacksonville sets the tone for. I mean, usually it's a quarterback going first.
Yeah, and obviously they don't need one.
No, they don't. There's no receiver, no tie. I mean, honestly, you have to go. You build around him. I think you go off. The Jacks should go Evan Neal from Alabama.
I agree. I think that's what they should do. I'm not necessarily sure that's what they do.
Well, so hear me out though. You're investing. Trevor Lawrence did show at the end of the season that he was worth the number 1 pick in the draft.
100%.
He started showing that hype of his Clemson days. Protect him. Because I think that was the final flaw. That was the flaw of the Bengals in the Super Bowl. No protection.
Yeah, absolutely.
They had to watch.
And maybe after watching the Super Bowl, Doug Peterson's like, all right, maybe this is important.
I don't know how early a quarterback will go this year.
Hang on.
I don't even know who the first quarterback will be this year off the draft boards.
Let me check.
Everyone has, I was looking at NFL.com today. They have Malik Willis going to the Panthers, 3rd overall. They have a trade. They have Malik Willis getting traded. The Texans trading the 3rd pick to the Charlotte, going to the Panthers. Malik Willis. Honestly, stay away from quarterbacks this year if you're an NFL team.
I think the first quarterback goes at 6.
You have the first quarterback, Panthers. Who do you have them taking?
North Carolina.
Who do you think who do you think's the first quarterback? Gun to your head.
I know who I think it should be.
I guess you probably think Matt Corral.
I think it should be Corral.
Typical,
but
man.
I don't think he will be the first quarterback taken. Just because he is shorter than most quarterbacks right now.
But you got to think though, short quarterbacks have worked in the NFL.
That's very true, and I think Matt has all the tools to be incredible. But I
think Pickett will be the first.
I hate to say it because
I think honestly, but what wouldn't shock me is I think Willis goes first quarterback. Somebody's going to buy into that hype and all that speed, talent, the arm strength.
Mm-hmm.
That you can coach accuracy.
Yeah.
You can't really coach speed. You can't really coach arm power that much, throw power that much. It's definitely a top-heavy defensive end draft. It's a deep wide receiver draft. I think what everyone has going right now is they have all the first-round teams, but free agency is right before it, though. So free agency is going to do a lot of deciding of who goes, what the teams do. And we still have to decide on what Mr. Aaron Rodgers does.
Yeah, very true.
What Russell Wilson does. A lot of teams are all. I haven't seen anybody really say the Saints are taking a quarterback this year. I think the Saints will.
I've seen a couple mocks.
I would not run it back with famous Jameis.
No, and Taysom.
Taysom's he's a good package guy.
He's a good gadget guy.
But we're going to see how that works without Sean Payton being there.
Yeah.
If Sean was the one that believed in him and is the one that loved him since coming out of BYU. Once Green Bay released him.
Yeah.
Coming out of BYU, great skill guy, but I think I saw Pittsburgh wants a quarterback. I don't know if they will.
See, I don't know.
If I'm an NFL team, I'm making a run at Russell Wilson. Carr's off the table. The Colts have now said they are preparing to either trade or cut Carson Wentz. That's a bold take right there.
Yeah. Especially since I think now they gave up. I think after the way he played this year, I think they ended up giving up a first-round pick to
They didn't give him a first
Philadelphia for him.
And you took that, and you got to pay that, and that salary cap is atrocious.
Yeah.
I mean, who knows what's going to happen with Kyler? Kyler's upset.
Can we just talk about that for just a second? Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're fine. Kyler's upset with the Cardinals. Cardinals upset with Kyler. They wanted more leadership out of Kyler. Kyler's mad. They're blaming him for all the losses.
Okay. Gun to your head. Okay. Whose side are you on in that debate?
Cardinals.
Okay.
Nah, I'm going with Kyler. Granted, you're an NFL starting quarterback. You should be used to people blaming you left and right.
Right.
But as an NFL team, I wouldn't say he's not showing leadership. That was one of the biggest things is they said he wasn't showing enough leadership in it right now. I think he is. He played great to start the season, got hurt, fell off a little. Ankle injuries are tough to come back from. I had several.
Especially being mobile like Kyler is.
Yeah, ankle injuries are a different breed. Sometimes they take longer, and he wanted to play. But you can't – I would not put the blame on him. Cardinals, you shouldn't be saying it. Honestly, if I'm Arizona, the PR people, we were talking PR, don't say a word. Avoid PR nightmares, and that's what kind of that was for a little bit.
Yeah.
Keep your mouth shut. Kyler will stay at Cardinal. They'll get over it. I don't know. This NFL draft will be interesting. A lot of people, it's definitely a weak quarterback draft. Running back weak. Receiver defensive end is probably the best we've had in a long time.
Yeah, 100%.
I say people always say there's going to be a run on quarterbacks this year. There's going to be trades made for them. I think this year there will be a run on wide receivers this year.
Okay.
Being made.
I get behind that.
I think someone's going to make it. One wide receiver is going to go. I think I've been seeing a lot of Treylon Burks being the first one. Him or Drake London from USC going first. If the first wide receiver taken. I think once one goes, the dominoes will start to follow.
Yeah.
Or fall, sorry. Dallas, I don't know who we're going to take. I've seen us tapping offensive lineman, wide receiver.
I saw one mock saying that I've seen actually another mock, and this would be insane for Dallas, taking Nakobe Dean out of Georgia. You just took Michael Parsons.
I don't think we need him, though.
I don't either. You just took, but that
Whoever
linebacker
did that is it would be insane, but we have Leighton Vander Esch, though. And you have Quan Neal. and Jabril Cox. Like we're good on line. I agree. It's gonna be a good matchup though, but I think we're good. You got to go wide receiver. Y'all don't have a first rounder. I think a second rounder. So
No, we're not. I mean, at this point, I think my grandkids will be lucky to see a Rams first round draft pick.
R.I.P. Jared Goff. But I honestly, I was talking to my dad the other day. I would love to see Traylon Burks get drafted by Dallas. Just because they don't know what Amari's future is left coming up. He wants a contract extension. You got Cedric Wilson hitting free agency. Michael Gallup hitting free agency coming off an ACL injury. So it's gonna be. I say either you go safety, you go left tackle, or you go wide receiver. Those three. Everywhere else we're fine.
Yeah.
Okay. You ready for the hot topic tonight?
Let's do it.
I texted you today asking you 3 to 4 TV shows that are canceled right now or ended. What shows would you bring back and why?
All right. You want to go first? Or you want me to take the lead on this one?
After you, sir.
All right. So I've got 3 and an honorable mention. I'll go honorable mention 3, 2, 1. My honorable mention is by far one of the greatest comedies of all time.
Okay.
But the reason that it is an honorable mention is that there's no way it would make it on TV right now. You got to go to The Office.
You do. I mean, granted, Office is a great show. One of the best shows.
One of the greatest shows of all time.
Definitely a massive cult following to this day.
Absolutely.
It's hard to meet a person that says they haven't watched at least 5 episodes of The Office.
Right, exactly.
I didn't watch it in high school. I watched it in college and fell in love with it.
I had never watched it until Ashton and I started dating. And then
Granted, for those who haven't watched it, well, spoiler alert, cover your ears. It was sad to see Michael. They should have canceled the show after Michael Scott left.
100%. Yeah, granted, the show ended perfectly. The last 2 seasons should not have been made.
Yeah, it was terrible. Okay, so let's break into your.
All right, so number 3, I'm gonna go a little show that you may not have heard of, but is actually streaming on Netflix now. There's 6 seasons of it. The first 3 was on A&E.
Okay, what do you got?
And then it got canceled for no reason.
Okay.
Netflix picked it up, seasons 4, 5, and 6, Netflix originals. I'm gonna go Longmire.
I've watched I think 2 episodes of it, and I quit watching it.
Incredible.
I did not know it was A&E.
Yes, the first 3 seasons were A&E.
Because I saw everybody talking about Longmire and talking about what's the other show?
Yellowstone.
Yellowstone. I haven't watched that either.
I haven't either. Yeah, we haven't watched Yellowstone. Or
You
1883.
need to. Everybody raves about it at work, but haven't watched it. But yeah, 2 episodes I watched of Longmire were really good.
Yeah, Longmire is absolutely incredible. They did. Netflix picked it up for the last 3 seasons. Had a great ending, but the ending of the show made you think, well, I want this to keep going so I can see what happens next. But it wrapped up pretty well. So number 3, I'm going to go Longmire. Number 2, a show that just ended in summer of 2021, quickly becoming my favorite comedy. Now, I've never related more to a character than I do Detective Jake Peralta.
I was going to go like with Big Bang Theory or something.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Well, technically, Brooklyn Nine-Nine got canceled once before.
It did, and then they brought it back for 10 episode little mini run to wrap it up.
Well, remember? Who was it originally on ABC?
I'm not sure.
I think it was on.
I thought it was on Fox the whole time.
No, they got canceled through Fox, just like Last Man Standing.
Okay. And then NBC picked it up.
Correct.
Okay.
No, it was originally on Fox. My bad, it was on Fox.
Yeah, Fox and then NBC picked it up. So it's on, yeah.
Okay. Great show. Great one line. Probably gave us the best opening to a show of I Want It That Way.
Absolutely. The most iconic is as wonderful as the cold opens are to The Office. Perhaps the most iconic cold open of all time. When you have this lineup of guys who've been arrested singing the Backstreet Boys and Jake Peralta completely losing himself in that experience. Greatest cold open ever.
And how great of a singer is Andy Samberg?
Oh, I know.
R.I.P. The Lonely Island. Get the band back together for one more year of I'm on a boat. Remember they did Jose and Mark, Canseco Boys.
Yeah, they did.
The Bash Brothers, that was a good one. It was a Netflix one. But yes, Brooklyn Nine-Nine, great show. I binge watched it 1 year in college. I watched like 5 seasons in like a month.
Yeah.
Great show.
Yeah, that was one of Ashton and I's binge shows also. And then we ended it. We wrapped it up. Everyone talks about the Office Christmas episodes and how great they are. Are you ready for a bold take, a hot take?
Is it the Halloween episodes?
The Halloween heist episodes are better than the Office Christmas episodes.
That is a bold take, sir. That is a better than the Benihana Christmas.
I'm giving it to Brooklyn.
That's you and your bold takes are going to make a lot of fans mad, Starkey.
Content. It gets the people talking.
First, you're hitting us with Avatar. It's a terrible movie franchise, or soon-to-be movie franchise.
Stamping that one. Yeah. I stand by that.
Woo! I'm gonna be hearing about this one at work. Okay. What's the show?
Number 1. Another Fox show. Gotham.
Never watched it.
It starts off slow, but is absolutely incredible. So if you don't,
is it one of those like DC shows that like Flash, Arrow, and all them?
No. It's not part of the. It's not a CW. It's not part of the Arrowverse. So Gotham. It is the story of Gotham City. It centers around the Gotham City Police Department. It is a Batman show before Batman becomes Batman. So it starts off, Batman is a kid. Bruce Wayne is a kid.
So it's Bruce Wayne as a kid.
Yeah, it's Bruce Wayne as a kid becoming a teenager. And throughout the show, you see him slowly starting to become like, do a couple Batman type things, and he gets older and older and older. You see,
do we see his parents die?
Do what?
Are his parents already dead, or they
die in the pilot?
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, that's how the show actually opens. Is the series opens with them in the alley.
That's a bold take. Is your number 1?
One of my all-time favorite TV shows.
So why is it your number 1? Why should they bring it back?
Because the last season was a little bit of a time jump, and I'm not going to give away a whole lot about it. But the ending of Gotham was a lot like the series finale of Gotham was a lot like the series finale of Smallville. There's one thing in particular that happens in both of them, and it's kind of how the show ends. But it would have really been cool to see what happens and how they take that next step right after that.
I thought you were going to say Parks and Rec, not Parks and Rec, The Office was your number 1.
Nope.
You know, I like it. I did not get any of yours correct. I like it. They were good. I haven't seen. I've seen 1 out of your top 3. I'm very particular when it comes to my shows. Are you ready for mine?
Lead on, sir.
So we're gonna go with my honorable mention.
Okay.
I've been doing a lot of thinking today. My honorable mention is, well, the show is canceled, but they've been doing TV movies.
Okay.
Psych.
Psych.
Psych is one of my favorite shows. I started watching it in 2017. Saw it on New Year's Day, fell in love with it, binge watched it, and I'm a psychomaniac. I own all the seasons, got a hoodie, just love it. James Roday, Dule Hill, great show. It's a great show. Granted, they still are doing movies, so I don't know if you can count it, but the movies don't do it justice.
Right.
Number 3,
Go for it.
Parks and Rec.
Okay.
Parks and Rec. One of my I love Parks and Rec more than The Office.
I've actually heard that's a take.
I can watch Parks and Rec. They're two different humors though, but I can watch Parks and Rec all day long. Amy Poehler, Nick Offerman, Chris Pratt, great show. Fat Chris, Bye Bye Little Sebastian. He'll always be 5,000 candles in the wind. Always. The first season of it sucked. So I actually
Much like The Office.
I was taking a political science class. Hate to say it, Parks and Rec helped me pass that class.
Okay. All right.
It's shocking to hear that, but they actually helped me pass class here and there.
I'm guessing not just the time in the class, but the actual class, right?
The actual class. They helped me pass a couple tests.
All right.
Great show. Last season was basically their farewell tour. They gave you conclusions on every character. Every episode was a character's episode. Great show. They actually did a comeback episode last year during the pandemic, or during the middle of the pandemic. They didn't want to just trying to everyone doing Zoom meetings like we're doing right now. It was pretty funny to see. They ended it with 5,000 candles in the wind. And who would have thought Chris Pratt could sing? What's funny is that Chris Pratt gives that show so much credit to his career.
Absolutely.
You see,
as well he should
start off fat, and halfway through it, you start seeing him get big roles. He gets Moneyball. He gets, what was it? What was the one about killing bin Laden? What was it? Zero Dark 30. Yeah, he got Zero Dark 30.
Oh, I forget he was in Zero Dark 30.
Yes, you forget about that. I didn't know till about 2 years after that he was Owen from the Lego Movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know that. See him as that, and then he gets Jurassic Park or Jurassic World.
Yeah.
And then he gets Avengers.
Yeah. Guardians.
Great to see. And then you see him, but you see him go from having the Rock and the Dad to rocking a 6-pack. And then he gets that. Now he's like, I got the dad bod again, and I love it. Number 2, Last Man Standing.
Okay. All
Tim
right.
Allen, let's go. Love
Again, another show that got canceled and then brought back.
Yes, canceled by Fox.
Ironically enough.
I think it was Fox. I hope it is. If not, Fox is going to cancel us. But was canceled. It was Fox. Yeah, it was on Fox and it got brought to ABC. But remake of Home Improvement, instead of 3 sons, it was 3 daughters.
3 daughters.
He worked for a company just like Bass Pro. Great show. Like, loved it. And here's the thing: Tim Allen's a hysterical guy.
Oh, he is quite funny.
And I mean, we're not a politics show, but oh, I'm sorry, I had it backwards. It was on ABC originally. Yep. It was picked up on ABC, canceled by Fox. It was picked up on ABC, then it was Fox. I'm sorry, Fox. I'm sorry. Thank you for picking up a great show, but great.
You
It was
watch
good,
some and reruns on CMT.
correct. Great show. They didn't. Tim Allen didn't care. He was making fun of every president. I loved it. It was funny. Granted, I'm not really a politics guy, but it was funny to see. And they knew how to make jokes. They were making jokes about everything, like
Yeah.
about the light bulbs. They don't want the LED light bulbs. They want the original ones. And seeing Tim Allen almost seeing his character Mike Baxter almost get arrested, and it was nice to see like his sons and his former wife from Home Improvement come back.
Yeah.
And
Those
Wilson,
were
how do you
good.
do there, neighbor?
Yeah.
We still did not get to see Wilson's face.
Even Jay Leno, I believe, made a couple.
Jay Leno, yes, Tim Allen, Jay Leno, best friends, car guys. The Final One show took place during my childhood.
Okay.
Nickelodeon. The original Drake and Josh.
All right.
Who loves orange soda?
Kale
Kel loves orange
soda.
Keenan and Kel, best show ever.
The Saturday night staple at my house.
If you didn't watch Keenan and Kel growing up, what was wrong with you? Like, that show gave you it all. I put the ting, I put the top in the tuna.
Put the screw in
it's a screw. Yeah, great. Gosh, Kel Mitchell, Keenan Thompson. Unfortunately, they're not friends right now. Apparently, Keenan's a little jerk to Kel. Don't know why, but
didn't know that.
Yes, Kel said a couple years ago he wanted to do a reunion. Besides that one Jimmy Fallon episode, Kel wanted a reunion. Keenan was not for it.
Oh wow, did not know that. Yep. Kel is actually in ministry right now. I don't know if you knew that or not.
He's a Christian.
He's like a youth pastor.
Yes, love it. Best show to this day. If it's on, I will sit there and watch it all day.
Well done, sir.
I have one more honorable mention.
Take it away.
You're going to shock a little people here and there. Sweet Life of Zach and Cody.
Okay.
Dylan and Cole Sprouse, funny show. It was sad. Sad it ended. Sweet Life did. They brought it on Sweet Life on deck. Was okay. Seeing the show end, I think every kid that watched it, it came out when I was in 5th grade, ended my senior year of high school. For 7 years, we had Dylan and Cole Sprouse. It was, I remember we had a watch party back in the day for it.
Yeah.
The final episode we had of that Friday night, we went to somebody's house, had a watch party for it. I think a bunch of people were fighting back tears.
Oh, yeah.
Just seeing them go on and the show end. Sad show, great show. I wanted to put that in my top 3, but it was hard not to. But my favorite TV show of all time is Psych. But I couldn't really justify it as my number 1.
All right.
Sergeant, do you have any closing remarks, comments for today?
Not off the top of my head. Well done tonight, sir.
Okay, well done, folks. We will be back on Monday. Starkey had to push it back again for us.
Oh, I'm sorry that I had a Valentine's Day date with my wife.
I had one too. Mine said do the show. We got to give our 50+ viewers what they want. Back Monday, better than ever. Everyone stay safe, stay COVID free. Let's get after everybody. Please be safe.
Y'all be good.